Hello everyone, I'm Prakash Khatri and welcome to my mapping video presentation for sustainable project management. In this presentation, I will walk through the project plan for transforming our existing campus cafe into a zero waste campus cafe and refill station. The aim of the project is to significantly reduce single-use packaging, encourage refill behavior among students and staff, and keep the cafe financially viable. This project is built around three dimensions for sustainability: environmental, two social, and three financial. I'll use a screenshot from Microsoft project to show how the work is structured. The presentation will first outline the key phases and tasks, then show the Gantt chart and timeline, explain how resources and stakeholders are organized, and finally highlight where environmental, social, and financial sustainability are embedded in the process. At the end, I will briefly summarize how this process map supports the written ESI project report. This slide shows the overall process map for project in Microsoft project. The work is organized into three phases. Phase 1, initiation and concept. In this phase, I focus on understanding the current situation and building the case of change. The tasks include a waste and packaging audit of the existing cafe, a cost and sales baseline, and stakeholder identification exercise. Based on this information, I developed draft project concept and an outline business case. The phase ends with a management approval milestone, which is the first gateway decision for the project. And in the phase 2, design and planning. Once the concept is approved, the second phase develops the detailed design. Key tasks here are co-design workshop with student representative, catering, estate and sustainability staff, space and layout for the cafe and refill station, and the design of the new menu and refill range. I then set measurable sustainability target and key performance indicator. A resources plan, budget, and initial risk register are prepared. And this phase concludes with design and budget sign-off, which is the second majority gateway. And in the third phase, procurement and fit-out. The third phase turns the design into reality. It covers supplier, evaluation, and selection, ordering refill, dispenser, storage, and applicants, and carrying out the cafe reinforcement work. The final tasks are installation and testing of equipment, including refill system, signage, and any IT change needed for point of the sale and data tracking. Using MX project to map these phases and tasks help to ensure that each step logically support the next, and the sustainability consideration are woven through the whole project rather than added at the end. And this slide shows the same tasks represented as a Gantt chart. The project runs from early December 2025 to late March 2026. Each blue bar represented the duration of tasks, while the arrows between them shows the dependencies. At the start of the timeline, you can see the waste and packaging audit and the cost and sales baseline. These are scheduled before the co-design workshop and layout planning, because we need solid understanding of current impact and financial position before making design decision. The co-design workshop sit near the beginning of the design phase so that student and staff input can shape the menu, the refill range, and the physical layout. The tasks for menu design, sustainability target, and the risk register are depends on this engagement. Later in the chart, you can see the procurement and reinforcement tasks. The supplier evaluation and selection activities only start once the design and budget have been approved. This reduces the risks and ordering equipment that does not match the final design. Reinforcement and installation happens towards the end of the schedule, while a final testing period before launch. The Gantt chart makes it easy to spot where tasks overlap, where project is vulnerable to delays. For example, if design sign-off slips, procurement and fill-out will also be pushed back. This visual view is useful for communicating with sensor management for monitoring progress during delivery. And this slide focuses on the resources and stakeholder involvement in the project. It's set up in the resources sheet view of MS project. Each row represents a role or group such as project manager, catering manager, sustainability officer, financial officer, state team, IT support, and student representative. These resources are then assigned to the tasks we saw on the previous slide. The project manager is linked to most tasks and is responsible for coordinating for the schedule, maintaining the risk register, and ensuring that environmental, social, and financial objectives are balanced. The catering manager and nutrition advisor are heavily involved in the menu, refill range design, as well as in the staff training and operational change. Their input is essential to make sure the new offer work in practice. The sustainability officer supports the waste audit, sets the sustainability targets, and helps evaluate supplier based on environmental performance and certification. The financial officer contributes to the cost and sales baseline, the business case, and the budget approval process. The monitors financial impact as the project proceeds. The estate team and external contractor are responsible for layout change, building works and installation of equipment, while IT support manages any change to point of sale system and data capture of monitoring, refill and waste performance. Finally, student representatives are formally included as resources for the co-design workshop, promotional activities. Their involvement helps to maintain a strong social dimension and ensure the cafe reflects student needs and preference. Mapping resources in this way clarifies who is responsible for each piece of work and allow me to estimate labor cost and check for overload or gaps. This slide bring together the environmental, social, and financial strats and show how they are embedded across the process map. For an environmental perspective, the project begins with a detailed waste and packaging audit. This creates a baseline for reduction in single-use item and food waste. The design phase includes specific tasks to set sustainability targets, such as the percentage reduction in disposal cups, the share of products available through refill, and target for energy efficient equipment. Procurement tasks are linked to supplier assessment metrics and score potential suppliers on criteria like packaging policies, delivery emission, certification, and ability to provide refill format. The replacement and installation tasks focus on choosing durable, modular fixture energy efficient applicants which support long-term life cycle benefit. The social dimension is addressed through structured co-design workshop and student and staff. These workshops explore user needs, cultural preference, and accessibility issues and inform both the layout and the menu. Student representatives are also involved in the communication and behavior change campaign to encourage people to bring reusable container, understand the refill system, and engage with the cafe as community space by embedding their activities as formal tasks in the schedule. The project recognizes the social engagement in not optional but a core part of success. The financial dimension is integrated through the cost and sales baseline, the business case, and the budget and funding tasks. The project plan explicitly consider capital cost for new equipment, potential change in labor requirement, and projected impact on the sales waste disposal cost. The risk register includes financial risks such as low than expected uptake for refill option or delays in the securing funding. This allows the team member to consider mitigation action early, such as phase implementation and target marketing. Overall, the process map shows the PESF is not treated as three separate checklists. Instead, environmental, social, and financial concerns are built into the sequence of tasks, the decision gate, and the way resources are allocated. And in the final conclusion, to conclude, this process map demonstrates how the zero waste campus, cafe, and refill station project can be delivered in a structured and sustainable way. Using Microsoft Project, I have broken the work into clear phase, defined the relationship between tasks and aligned resources with responsibilities. The Gantt chart and resources sheet provide the transparent view of scheduled to milestone and the people involved. Mostly important, the process map mirror the analysis in the written ESF project report. The waste audit, stakeholder analysis, lifecycle thinking, supplier assessment metrics, and risk register are appear as real tasks in the schedule. This ensures that sustainability is translated from theory into concrete action, time frame, and roles. Thank you for watching. And this is the reference.